Hi guys, just dropped my daughter off at work and I'm on my way home, and I thought I'll just do a quick catch up here uh, in the car. I've just mounted my phone on its magnetic holder and hit record basically. So apparently last night there's been a lot of people that have been removed from Facebook that have, because of their talk, their political talk. And I don't like where this is going, but nonetheless, I'll stay to the bitter end and I will talk my mind regardless of what people say. I'll take all the criticism, that's fine. And then if they do ban me, I've got to tell you where I'll be. So I will be on a site called minds.com if I'm ever removed from Facebook. So what I'll do is I'll upload this video to minds.com and then I'll put a link to it in Facebook. That way you don't need to search for me. You can just, click on the Facebook link, find me, and then maybe just bookmark it before I get removed, because once I'm removed, obviously you're not going to be able to do that. So I suggest go to minds.com and set up a username for yourself, register with them, be ready. Even if you never use it, just keep it as like a secondary backup, because you never know what might happen, especially with the latest Tommy Robinson scenario, which is quite interesting. Those of you that don't know what's happened, old Tommy Robinson has basically took a video of himself with some soldiers from the UK, some army soldiers, and apparently the army took offense to this because the Muslim Council of Britain objected to it, and they've discharged the one army guy. So what Tommy's doing is he's saying we're going to call him Soldier X for two reasons. I don't think he knows the guy's name, but even if he did know the guy's name, he didn't want to make life more difficult for him. So Tommy's just referring to him as Soldier X, okay, and he's starting a campaign. And it's going to kind of be like, I am Spartacus, so, I am Soldier X. And he's just highlighting the fact that Tommy himself is not a political organization, so it's not like the army guys are affiliating themselves to a political organization. Tommy's just highlighting some truth that the mainstream media don't like, and that is the violence that's in Islam. That's nothing to do with moderate Muslims that maybe don't follow their religion closely enough or don't follow the violent bits. He's not attacking the person, he's attacking the ideology of Islam. And because if you look at the statistics, okay, even if it's a small minority of Muslims that actually become radicalized, that small minority is a heck of a lot of people. So, and also if you look at all the countries, the Islamic countries, etc., you see a lot of like dictatorship, a lot of violence, a lot of brutality, just basically a merciless kind of world, really. I guess here in the West, we can't comprehend that. In the West, as soon as you speak about it, you are deemed to be a racist. And the main reason is because the Western civilized brain, the Western culture brain, cannot comprehend religious hatred. They don't see it. They try and take it and rationalize it and understand it with their own minds, but it's beyond them. So what they do is they look for alternative reasons, like, or maybe they're violent because no one's listening to them, or maybe they're violent because they're poor, maybe they're violent because, you know, they're not as well off as Western society. You know, if we gave them a lot of money and a nice house, etc., etc., then maybe they wouldn't be radical because they would have something to live for, etc., etc. And whilst many of those points might mean true, we have seen Muslim doctors, well-off doctors, you know, planting bombs and driving into airports with bombs and stuff like that. So it's not just a case, or it's certainly not for everyone, a case of just, you know, giving them stuff to keep them happy. Number one. Number two, when you've got a group of people, and you can relate this to kids, like spoiled brat kids, who when they don't get their way, they scream and they throw a tantrum, you know, because they want a sweet or something, or they want something from the supermarket, and then the parent gives them the sweet from the supermarket, and then they think, 1 + 1 makes 2, so anytime I want something and they don't want to give it to me, I just throw a tantrum and I get it. So both points illustrate to me that we should not be doing this. We should not be giving people who commit violence any kind of leeway. In fact, we should be tightening our grip. So, yeah, so anyway, so more and more people are speaking out about this, and more people are actually seeing the left, the political left, as actually being paid for by George Soros and the rest, and that's coming out in the wash too, and just being totally corrupt. A bunch of individuals who are willing to sell their soul for money, basically, to commit treason, if you want to take it to, you know, the extreme, to commit treason against their country for money. In other words, traitors. And I don't like that. And a lot of them, especially these paid demonstrators, you know, we saw with Kavanaugh banging on the court doors and that. You can see them following their leader and being taught and everything. These guys are paid people, you know, or at least the majority are. And, you know, I can see their side of it. You know, they probably think, well, you know, for a quick buck, all I need to do is pitch up at this place and go pound on this wooden door, and then I can just go home and pick up some money, you know. So I can understand it's being quick money, but they're not thinking deep enough. These are shallow people. They should be thinking, actually, I'm being paid to commit treason against my country. I'm being paid to politically manipulate circumstance and people for the benefit of a party or an ideology or the elite. And the thing is, you know, the elite's plans go way, way, way back. You know, even prior to World War I. And they've always been pushing for this one world government. And that's something we need to fight against. This one world government, one world currency that's coming, you know. Even the Bible talks about that, the Antichrist, no one being able to buy or sell unless they have this mark, the 666 mark. So that's where the elite are pushing us. And they, so guys, I think we need to band together. We need to spread out on multiple platforms, not just Facebook. Because, you know, even if you just look at Alex Jones, love him or hate him, okay, he got kicked off all the major platforms. I think he might be just allowed on Twitter now, but he was boosted on Facebook and YouTube. So we need to find a platform that promotes free speech, and that's why I've moved to Minds. In my mind, there's only two that I can think of offhand. One is Minds, and I've forgotten what the other one is now. I think it's DTube. Yeah, DTube is the other one, and it's associated. And then both Minds and DTube are both associated with cryptocurrency. which is quite nice. That means you can make some money on the sideline if you produce good content. So you're getting paid for your effort, which is good. But that's not the reason why I'm going there. I haven't even looked into the currency side of things. I will, just because I'm curious, but we'll see where all this takes us. Anyway, thanks for the chat. I'm about to get off the highway now, and the video is also running a bit long. Thanks, guys. Bye.